Namaste, World Raiser. Sabina and Roger here. It is time for some true wisdom by Sri M. He is teaching guidance to spiritual seekers. We are spiritual seekers, and so are lots of our subscribers. Many of our subscribers are true seekers. We love Sri M. We really do. So let's enjoy.
1. Your mind, which is conditioned, has to be unconditioned. It should become Purna, like the Purnima. 2. The teacher is there to guide you into that, but you have to put in your effort. Can't say, oh, he will do everything, I will do what Don't imitate. Know where you are and move accordingly. Don't overreach, be moderate. But don't forget that this is what you want. Whatever you do, keep in mind what I want is that, not this. If that happens, believe me, the Lord or the Supreme Reality has its own way of looking after you. Believe me.
Yeah, speaking from experience.
You think, oh, if I don't do this, what will happen? Nothing will happen. And if possible, this is the last statement, try not to run around and look for nadis and astrologers the moment you sneeze or have loose motion. Makes no sense. Look, in the core of your consciousness is a spark of the divine. Right? I don't know. I hope you know. And this is what we're trying to reach. If you are going towards that, it is that spark of the divine that also creates situations for you and makes your life and your, right? So if you have it there, why will you wander around in other places? One more. When you pray, we all at certain points are helpless. So we pray to the higher powers, to the Supreme Being. When you pray, don't say, I want this and I want that. And if it's a Supreme Being, the Supreme Being knows everything. What you need and what you want. So the best prayer, believe me, say you know everything, do what is required.
Yeah.
But when what is required is done, sometimes you run because it's terrible. That is what you need. It may not be what you want. Distinguish between what you want and what you need. The best prayer is, you know everything. Do what is good for me. I lead a good life and finally reach moksha. This should be the best prayer. If you don't want moksha, don't tell a lie. Say, let me lead a good life. You can't lie to the Supreme Being, right? Stick to the truth. Also, as far as possible, do not cause injury to other living beings. Do you know that the Jains do not have a creator God? They don't have a belief in a creator God. They believe that the soul is immortal and it has to be freed from bondage. They worship the Tirthankaras because they are their gurus, because they taught them how to free themselves. They don't believe anybody is going to intervene to take you forward. You have to do your own job. And what is their main thing? Ahimso parama dharmaha. Ahimsa is the greatest dharma. When I say ahimsa, it simply means not that when somebody breaks into your house and tries to molest you, you stand, I am an ahim. Not that. You are free. You have to defend yourself. That's a different story. What I am trying to say, deep down in your heart, do not have the wish to injure others. That much is there, then you are moving forward. This is why you train that first and then get into yogic understanding and meditation, because through meditation you develop immense powers and energies, and therefore if you still have hatred in your heart, you cause injury to thousands of people.
Wow.
So free yourself from that as much as you can. And it is not a moral code, it's a practical thing. Something to practice. Forget about the moral side of it. Practice it. Act as much as you can. Don't cause injury to other. When I say other living beings, please include human beings also.
Yeah.
Good
Because I know
point.
people who feed sugar to ants every day and don't mind bumping off business competitors. That's not. I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
So these are some of the things. These are some of my favorite things which I wanted to share with you.
Amazing points. Amazing points.
Yeah, fantastic. Once
I can't
again.
recollect them all. Are they written somewhere?
Yeah, so his first point was putting in the effort, right? We can't expect the guru or the teacher or the sage, whoever we may be following, or even God for that matter, to do absolutely everything for us. We need to put in the effort, to advance spiritually. It means, practicing, meditating, contemplating, trying to be more compassionate and caring of others, and letting go of the negativities that arise. So that requires effort, right? Because the ego itself, our psychological mind, it's a set of programs, right? It has habitual tendencies and it has no problem, being the same, right? And that won't change unless we take up the intention, right? I wish to advance. I wish to change my behavior. I wish to be more caring. And then doing what is required to make that happen. We can't just say, bless me, teacher, and then magically be transformed. All transformation is going to be progressive, right? Unless it's like a sudden thing due to past lives and karma, where you have like a sudden enlightenment, because that is possible, but it's extremely rare. So to think that that's going to happen to us, that might not be probable.
No. The second thing is don't imitate.
Yeah, so don't pretend you're something you're not right now. So
Yeah,
accepting where you are, your level of consciousness, wherever you are on the journey, and being okay with that.
Yeah.
Because it's all the perfect expression, of the unmanifest becoming manifest. And that really means that what is happening now? Where are we now? Our ego is where it is now. And then, accept it. It doesn't mean accept it forever, that this is me and I can't change. Yeah, and I love how he stressed also that, what is it that we're seeking? And then pointing to, in the core of your consciousness, the very core and root of your being, a spark of the divine. And that is what we're seeking to reach. That is, the self, whatever word you want to call it, the Buddha nature, the pure being, the Atman, the soul, right? And then that is our gateway into the divine. It's like, if you want to get to heaven, or you want to go to Krishna's realms, it takes a certain amount of seeking your true nature and who you truly are in order to, access these divine realms, whether it's moksha, liberation, heaven, whatever you want to call it. Ultimately, what we're seeking is the truth, the divinity within ourselves.
Yeah. And can you, touch on the praying?
Oh yeah, of course. So a lot of people are kind of anti-prayer these days, just because they think that everybody's only praying to get something. And I think that depends on your level of spiritual maturity. So as I became, hit me like a thunderbolt when I became spiritual, intuitively, just instinctually, prayer just sort of transformed into, I'm not trying to get anything from outside. I am, however, trying and putting in the effort to advance spiritually. So I would always pray for, the guidance and the capacity to comprehend the teachings that is going to allow me, to understand spirituality. Because the only thing that you truly desire at that stage is truth, ultimate truth, liberation, salvation, enlightenment, whatever you may call it. So then you're trusting in that divine power, to know what is best for you. And this is also the teachings of the Buddha and, and karma. So you're accepting everything negative that happens to you as your own karma.
And the good.
Yeah, the bad and the good. It's all karma. And then so the bad things, you're really accepting it as, okay, I must have done something, to merit this. and the divine that's responsible, the intelligence is bringing it up so that I can process it, analyze it, accept it as mine, and then let it go, and then so you're really accepting that the ultimate power, if you intend for liberation,
It takes care.
then you got to take that on, that, okay, whatever's happening is part of the journey, part of the path.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, so the intention, can be pure and potent and powerful. It's like, I intend to become enlightened for the sake of all sentient beings, or I intend to serve God, right? And then you set the intention, but then what, right? You still have to act and be that, because the intention isn't going to be manifested or fulfilled unless the steps are taken to eventually get there. So it does mean, being in the world, because, and I saw this, like when I first dived into Buddhism, I kind of, renounced everything. And then, okay, now I'm going to go and just, become enlightened. But that's, and that's good to kind of have that experience. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, because it really solidified that intention. But then what? What happens when I went and did that and I didn't become enlightened? Well, I'm still in the world, but I do have some spiritual, knowledge and an intention. So you're not giving up on the intention. You're just realizing that, okay, it didn't come about instantly, but I still need to work towards it, right? And so we all can do that. So it doesn't say that the world is so negative now that liberation is impossible, and we're in the Kali Yuga and everything is so horrible and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there is negativity in the world. We know that. But as spiritual seekers, we can do our part, because by freeing ourselves, we help everybody.
The whole world.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So thank you, Shreyam.
Thank
I hope he
you.
lives in the south of India.
Oh yeah, I would
Where
love
does he
to
live?
go see him. Absolutely, I would absolutely love to go listen to him in person. So thank you, Shri M, for your guidance and wisdom. Speaking from experience is so necessary. So thank you so much, and thank all of you for joining us. For getting some guidance. So our true spiritual seekers are the ones clicking on this sort of video and watching the whole thing. So you guys are the stars. You are the true world raisers. So thank you so much. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Are you practicing these teachings? Are you taking on this guidance? Are you joining us in that effort? Because the most important thing is to raise ourselves.
And raise the world. Thank you so much, everyone. We love you.
Peace.